Respected sadhakas, welcome, salutations, greetings, congratulations, wishes, and prayers. Lokasevaka, Dharmastapaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Shantayukta. The Parabrahma Tattva, the Ishvara Tattva, the Shakti Tattva, so the Devata Gana, the Guru Gana, then the Shastra Gana. The 12 Vyaktitvas we have to mold ourselves to. 6 are the sources of all sorts of required empowerments with whom knowingly, consciously we have to develop the rapport. Welcome, a beautiful Upanishad study we have started 4 years, almost 1 month back. Ishakena Kata Prashna Munda Mandukya Taittiriya Aitareya. 8 Upanishads we have seen. 9th one, Shwethashwathara, we are doing. Lengthy, important Sambandha Bhashya before the first chapter starts. Given to us by Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavan, telling us that all our Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa have Eka Vakyata. They all tell us to be spiritual and recognize our spiritual perfection or the spiritual self. Even though in all those Shastras, through various happened kathas and stories, other things also are shown or told, but they can't be the ultimate goals. Only Atma Prapti is the final goal. That is the goal final because in the experience of that alone, the sought after infinitude, effortlessness, completeness, purnata, bliss are experienced without any, you know, any of the blemish in it. Pure bliss. That is being experienced by the saints, rishis, so beautiful that experience that they could not contain it with themselves. They want to share it with others, tell others also to reach to that level. They're so kind, compassionate. Seeing the people seeking the ultimate but going in wrong direction. Out of their urgent compassion came out all these Shastras. When we study them thoroughly, tune to them, and do the things said there, we also reach to that same stage of bliss and beatitude. In this Shwethashwathara Sambandha Bhashya, we are seeing how from the Vishnu Dharma Purana, the precious shlokas are put in front of us for our own deep, keen observation, understanding. Then again in the Vishnu Purana, thereafter in the Linga Purana, in the Rumu Gita, like that, Adi Shankar Bhagavan is going to put in front of us so many references. So the twofold achievements are the main thing is to convince about the Adhyatmika Sadhana, Adhyatmika Pragati. Along with that, not that he is putting in front of us is scholarliness, but the glory of all Shastras he is bringing into our notice. So that we find our love, liking, interest in the study of them continuously, regularly, and keep informed, keep inspired, keep ourselves on the track of sadhana. That's the main purpose of Adi Shankara, so many writings in such a young age. Engaging in this Shastra Dhenam, we can always be in touch with the truth. Let us see today the Vishnu Purana quotations. Vishnu Dharma Uttara are over yesterday. Last shloka, little bit we'll see and enter into this one. Before that, our Prarthana Sankalpa. Before that, our like every day, 5 minutes of deliberation. For some more days we do it, then we see. Today's deliberation is with the study of Shastras, listening of Shastras. What should happen is that Shastra Jnana should enter us, obviously. What is the sign of the Shastra Jnana entered us? How it expresses as, rather how it should express as. No. Ki, in our whole day's time of our Vyavahara, how many times this remembered Shastra Jnana is observed in the world? Means what? When you are seeing the world, the anityata of the world, continuously it's going on changing. The anityata of the upadhis, then the upadhis running into the world, then we are also running with the upadhis into the world. Are we observing? Is it becoming conspicuous observation, understanding by us? Because Shastra क्या कह रहा है कि how we are getting bound, then how to get liberated. Both aspects have to be thoroughly understood. And only when the first is understood and then second is used for application. So in our whole day's journey, are these feelings are there in us that this is the world, the ephemeral world, changing world. And it is what is causing me the dukkha, causing me the agitations, taking away my tranquility or peace, putting me in the misery. So if this thinking is happening, like Lord Rama in the evening, exactly is doing that only. Then we can say that the Shastra Shravana is working. If not, we are as casual and usual as we were always of involving in the routine fully. Means nothing of the Shastra has started affecting us. Remember, as we saw yesterday also introduction, neither we can afford to be absolutely blank, nor we can afford to be, as we were earlier, involving with non-control or non-awareness in the world. We have no choice but to become aware and know that this is how by itself the world is changing. This is how I am seeing the world. This is how the seeing of the world is affecting me in creating various emotions in me. And this is how, under the influence of those effects, I am deluded and I am functioning as a samsari in the world. तो कैसा मैं परमात्मा जीव बनकर उपाधियों से संसार में भटक रहा हूँ. Continuously it's happening. We should develop that ability to observe it. Very, very essential, isn't it? Then only the second aspect of how to wean away from it, how to withdraw from it, all the sadhanas become meaningful. Otherwise, let's say I'm doing bhakti sadhanas. I'm doing it. But what for if the clarity is not there? Then it is just mechanically done only. Or yoga sadhanas we do. But if the clarity is not there, then our doing is meaningless. So too, We want to do the karma yoga sadhana. भैया कर क्या रहे हो उससे? What do you want? So if the picture is clear that my personality is in tamoguna and I am looking at the world as the object of enjoyment, this I have to free from. Therefore, I am involving in karma yoga. So too, the ego is so strong in me that I consider I am the hero and everything is in my hands, should be in my hands. These are all only mere illusions, thoughts. From this illusory thing, I have to come out. Therefore, I am doing this bhakti sadhana. So too, my mind is uncontrollable, pushed by various vasanas inside, in running multiple directions with so many of thoughts or vrittis or whether what you call as klesha, etc. So I am doing the yoga abhyasa for the reduction of the flow of the vrittis, for the reduction of the klesha yukta vrittis. Aklishta vrittis I am trying to develop. In the same way, Vedantika Vicharana, what are we doing for? The picture is clear. Truth alone is there, one without second. On that only, everything is superimposed. So I have to go beyond the superimposed. I have to see the substratum. For that only, I am in this deep, introverted adhyatma meditation or contemplation. So in this way, what is happening when we know, as told by Shastras, and then when we accept that this happening is the cause of bondage, then we can apply those things with which what should happen will happen. And then once these all are clear, then at every moment only we can become aware. That stage we have to reach. My eyes are seeing the world. Seen world is formed as thoughts in the mind. And to those world, this is how, because of vasanas, as it was earlier habit, variety of emotions or relativities or opinions are getting formed. Then again, according to the earlier reactions only, Buddhi is prompting me to act this way, to respond this way. All this is samsara. I just don't allow anything to happen. I remain only at the perception level maximum. And to that perception, I remain as Sakshi. So I is seeing the world perceived. To the seen world object, to the seeing I and the thought that has formed about it. I am only a Sakshi. That much. Neither the perception, I am allowing it to be continued with any projections, nor I am missing my being a Sakshi to involve in it by identifying. This is called living meditation outside. The ears have heard a sound. So the Shabda Vritti has formed in the mind. That's it. Again we see which Shabda, where from it is coming, what is the meaning of it. All of them are projections followed by the perceptions, which have a knack of giving reality to the upadhis, to the vrittis, to the outer Shabdas. This is what is delusion, isn't it? Beyond the curtain of seen world, seeing instruments, the seer, experiencer, that the Paramatma is hidden. My goal is to reach to that Paramatma. So I'll practice for during my daily routine when I'm in the outer world, this thing. Indriyas are bringing the objects. I am just pursuing them. No projections. Any required response is there that I do, and there also exactly what to do. Utna kahu. Somebody gave me tea, coffee. Okay, thank you. Okay. Nothing beyond that a thought should come. Or even I want a tea coffee, ask them. That's it. When it comes to consume. Beyond that, no thought process, no sankalpa vikalpa, which is habit, which is the nature of the mana because of asana. All questioning, like why the coffee came late. That person may not be interested in giving coffee to me. I think they don't like me. Hurry, they're all ego speakings. They're all the unwanted thoughts in mind. They make us react in a negative manner. They'll spoil the entire situation outside. It's not required. That's what the meaning of living life under delusion and ignorance. No, I am not that. Isn't it like that? In during our Vyavahara Kala, when we are aware of the perceptions, when we are aware of not allowing the projections to form, when we are aware that we are not getting identified with them beyond being a witness or sakshi, then we have stopped the world or worldly happenings becoming samsara in us. A good achievement it is. Same thing we do on the seat of meditation also. Indriyas are stopped, but the inner world goes on. To that also, without any projection of any thoughts coming, just learn the art of remaining as sakshi to them. Every day, if we sit for meditation for 20 minutes, 19 and a half minutes, the thoughts may come. Half minute, we have tried to become a sakshi to them, not got identified with it. It's a great, great, great achievement. Even 10 seconds also, if we can maintain that non projection after perception, non identification remaining as sakshi. Even 5 सेकंड के लिए भी रह जाए, it's a great breakthrough. Thereafter comes the third one, the inquiry of who am I? What is the nature of this I? Or who is the one who is beyond, behind all this continuously happening thought flow? What is that which is supporting the absence of thought, arrival of thought, staying of the thought, going of the thought? Who is it? What it is? That inquiry, that deep inquiry. In that inquiry, we even transcend the thoughts and the mind. Then we discover there the pure, nothing but the conscious existence. That is me. So, in that way, for that deeper meditation, for the ability to remain as Sakshi on the Dhyana Avastha, outside when we live life, we should be able to do this thing. But before doing this thing, the first observation that this is how the world is happening, but according to studied Shastras, all of these are the ones which are covering the self from me. I have to discover the self. So that the level of observation of the world, level of observation of the influence of the world on us, and applying the Shastra Jnana to know, to say that this is how I get bound. From this I have to come out. Then what is to be done? We have seen the part is the first four yogas, then the outer meditation, then the inner meditation. This is how our being in spiritual sadhana should go on becoming increased in time, intense in doing, you know, very professionally. Only in that aspect we have to revel all through the day. We should be consumed by this way of life of adhyatmikata. Like otherwise, we or others, how much we are consumed by the world of relativity, world of outer doings, world of outer perceptions, projections, reactions, responses. How natural, habitual effortless were those ways of life. So much we should be engrossed in this type of life. How the whole phenomena is happening. Everything like the sun is rising. So my eyes are seeing. In the mind, that picture is formed. This is perception. Why should it be followed by any projection? I am only a sakshi of that phenomena. Whether the things that are happening in Prakriti, whether the things that are happening in the beings, things around, whether the things are happening at our own upadhi level. जब हम देखना सीखते हैं, means only jnana shakti we are allowing to function, not allowing the ichha shakti. है ना? After seeing the vastus, the jnana shakti gets converted into the ichha shakti. When having seen the vastus, when any of the sankalpa or the kamana for that vastu happens of any sort, then that ichha shakti gets converted into the kriya shakti, where we do something with our faculties. That kriya, that karma yields the result and chases us. When the karma phala chases us, then we are bound to be a samsari. Just like any crime work, criminal work done. So the phala chases in the form of police behind it till caught and investigated. Then the due punishment is given. In the same way, karma phala chases because we do karma. Karma or the kriya happened because there is ichha. Ichha happened because we have not stopped at the jnana level. Just you know it, that's it. There's nothing in this world to be wanted for and to be pursued. Those next two levels of jnana shakti becoming ichha shakti, ichha shakti becoming kriya shakti are the causes of samsara. In jnana shakti, if the knowledge is very thorough, that everything is Brahman, I am that Brahman. Okay. What is there to be desired for? Isn't it? There is nothing to be desired for changing the world, for owning the world, for disowning the world. They are all signs of a jiva, an isolated, separated individual. When the whole world is me, and that jnanam is being remembered all the time, there is nothing to be gained or lost. Both are ichhas. Nothing we have to go near or allow it to come to near to us. वो thought ही redundant है, इच्छा वाला. If that's allowed, then it makes the kriyas to be done by us. Kriya Shakti. Then that kriyas, when done, they can't end without giving the result. That result pulls us down to the jiva level. Because the कर्म करना फल पाना जीव का होता है, आत्मा अकर्ता भोक्ता. So in this way, into this contemplation, thinking of the self only when we are spiritual. So we have to seek it. We have to pray to our all Ishta Devatas. We have to feel for ourselves that in this way, in the total Shastra Ukta Jnana, while reveling in it, I just want to get out of the samsaritva to the sadhakatva, into the sadhakatva. And as a sadhaka, the sadhya to me is substratum. And to achieve that, these are the things let me involve in. Oh Guru, oh Lord, bless me. And also we can tell to ourselves. And third one is just keep doing. भगवान को बोलना, खुद को बोलना, खुद कर करना. These are the three things by which we become spiritual more and more than being worldly more and more. Tell the God is prayers. Tell to oneself is the feeling, that sense of urgency, wanting to get out of this samsara, the limitations like Rama. We can see the arti in Rama yesterday, when he was put in front of the gurus. कि कैसे मैं से बाहर आऊं, आप कैसे ऐसे जी पा रहे, how the Janakadi have become so great. That examples given, when will the keychain of my mind, which is raked upon by the elephant of the moha, gets settled? See that examples used that they are. When will that stage will come where all my faculties are involving in the world of Daldal, but they are not touched by it. When I will become Prashant Atma, Shanta, Sukhi. Now, these are the beautiful things, when we entertain for ourselves. मुझे शांत होना है, मुझे शाश्वत सुखी होना है, एंड दैट्स फाउंड थ्रू आध्यात्मिकता ओनली. मुझे बाहर मोर एंड मोर हैव टू बिकम आध्यात्मिक. ये थॉट्स बहुत एंटरटेन करना होता है. ओनली इन दैट वी हैव टू इन्वॉल्व इन. And then practically also. What's practicality? Practically do puja, practically do japa, practically sit for study, practically do the meditation, practically do contemplation. ये चीज क्या होता है ना, जाने नहीं देते उधर, like class. Don't feel like going, but that if you can conquer, come and sit in the class. Then the Guru Kripa functions and some listening, understanding happens. Isn't it that 40 minutes in our class, after the 10 minutes of entry, before the going, 10 minutes before going. After 10 minutes of entry, 10 minutes tak, still we are in the worldliness. Then from that 11th minute, going on that lesson, up to the 45th or 50th minute. After that, फिर से class बंद, वो काम याद आते हैं, we forget that. But those 30 minutes, that's the grace. We have allowed the grace. How? Because we have practically come to class. So to when you sit for puja karne, so 5-10 minutes you will be distracted. Last 10 minutes distract. But between 15 minutes you have done. That is the time where we are invoking grace by doing due. So to the japa. करने को मन ही होता है ना, मैं 10 मिनट करता हूँ, बैठ लो. पहले 2 मिनट नहीं होता, आखिरी 2 मिनट नहीं होता. In between 3 minutes, that is the achievement. In everything like that. So telling the God, telling ourselves and being practical. ये करने के समय, that all the initial resistances, extrovertedness, they all attack us like a tufan only. They just try to pull us back to the routine. And the routine is what? Being absolutely worldly with our faculties. But that period, if we can conquer, takes time, but we have to have patience. When you do, it will happen. Impossible to nahi hai kuch. Then everything we are doing perfectly as known. And yet, that also we don't take for granted. We'll just keep a watch of any of inner or outer obstacles coming. उसको avoid करते हुए keep on. So the thought today, summary of it is what? Observe how the world is behaving. Observe how I am perceiving it. Observe how I am responding, reacting to it. In that, whatever was the earlier way, the samsaric way is replaced by the spiritual way. In the spiritual way, perception, witnesshood. That's it. No projection, no reaction. Response can be there sometimes, depending on requirement. Isn't it? Like the child going to office call, Father, I am going, he says. Go all the best, beta. Come back soon, do well. Anything you need, call me. हो गया. Anything more than that is only projection. That is a response, what we have done now. So a work called us. Yeah, do that work. That's it. Neither phalasakti, nor ego, there that I have done it, etc. These are all the samsara have. That's what keeps the antakarana agitated, and we are always in the identity with that agitated antakarana. Never we are withdrawing from it to know we are who we are, to know what we are, to know what is the basic substrate. So in this way, the first observation, second is remaining as only perceiver, then third is witness. Remain in that mood more and more, more and more. Then that leads to next thought. All these are perceptions. Beyond the perceived world also, beyond the upadhis also, beyond the perceiver also, is only one truth. Oneself only, jnata, jnana, jneya. Rupena, only seen out of delusion, out of ignorance of the self. ज्ञान का दृष्टि आ गया तो एक ही परमात्मा देखेंगे, चाहे तीन काम कर रहे होंगे, ज्ञाता ज्ञान ज्ञेय दृष्टा दर्शन दृश्य. When that awakening to that knowledge has not come, then we are in the triputi of drashta darshana drishya, followed by the samsara of so many drishyas, comparisons, etc., etc. From the drashta, we become karta and the bhokta, and then all these just thought formation, and we are lost in. May God bless us with the correct understanding and correct living, correct sadhana to get the correct result. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Om Sarashibhyo Mahadbhyo नमो गुरुभ्यः. ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं. शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ गुरुपुङ्गवपुङ्गवकेतनते समतामयतां नहि कोऽपि सुधीः. शरणागतवत्सल तत्त्वनिधे भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं. विदितानमया विशदैककला न च किञ्चन काञ्चनमस्ति गुरो. द्रुतमेव विदेहि कृपां सहजां भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं. ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम्. एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधय मोक्षप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति विश्व एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने निश्चित अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रचार मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्. अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः. ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. ओम अथ संबंध भाष्यम. नारायण. So, very beautiful topic it is. Yesterday we have seen कि this topic. Karmanam bhavanayeyam sa brahma paripantini karma bhavanaya tulyam vijnanam upajayate tadrug bhavati vignapti yadrushi kalu bhavana kshaye tasyaha param brahma swayameva prakashate. How clarity is there in this expression. Karmanam bhavana ya yam sa brahma paripantini. The biggest self-created obstacle en route to Brahma Marga, Brahmanubhuti is karma bhavana. So the entire set of karma, all of them are paripantini. They are little subtle we have to become. Ki when where there are vasanas, they express as sankalpa or kamana in the mana. And when we are ignorant, what is ignorance? Brahma Prapti is the moksha hetu. I am pursuing that. Ye jab nahi hota. When we are in the world or samsara, immediately we respond or react to those vasanas and act in the world. But here, once we are spiritual, up to the arrival of vasana in the form of desire, we have no choice. But we have choice now. Should we do something to fulfill that desire by doing the bhavana of the karma? Or should we say that the vasana came as kamana? If I fulfill that kamana through some doing, it strengthens the vasana. Again, it will push me. So let the desire come, but I am not going to execute it or fulfill it. Then that thought is there, then the karma bhavana is not done by us. Otherwise, the karma bhavana we do, and vasana comes as desire, or the perception creates the desire. Both are the ways by which, prompted by desire, we do kama karma, leading to the karma phala bandhana. Oh, endless saga it is. Therefore, karma bhavana ya yam, that is Brahma paripantini. How clear it is. He is giving the explanation. What is it? Karma bhavana ya. When we do the bhavana of the karma, means yes, I have to do the karma to fulfill this desire which has come from vasana. So वासना है डिजायर के रूप में नहीं सोचते बस डिजायर बन गया हमको अंदर वी हैव टू फुलफिल देन व्हाट हैपेंस कर्म भावनया तुल्यम विज्ञानम उपजायते related to that fulfillment of desire through karma that type of knowledge in the mind gathers वो वाला विज्ञान yeah already because of earlier when we fulfill the desire in what way with what jnanam we have done वो आएगा या नहीं तो हम बाहर किसी से पूछ कर रेफर करके या सोच के उस विज्ञान का उत्पत्ति करते हैं इन द माइंड सो तुल्यम विज्ञानम उपजायते देन तादृग भावति विज्ञप्ति यादृशी खलु भावना. So, as the bhavana of the karma or desire fulfillment, entire Vignapti means the buddhi functions only in that direction. Here, the Vijnana is not the Brahma Jnana and all, the intellectual working key, how to fulfill that desire, what action to be done, what are the instruments required, all of that. तो मुख से क्या कहना चाहिए है ना हाथ पैर से क्या काम करना चाहिए वस्तुओं को कैसे मोल्ड करना चाहिए दिस कॉल्ड विज्ञप्ति देयर. So the thought of making coffee, desire it came. So the bhavana when it is there of having that coffee, then tadrug vignapti comes. Vijnana comes inside. Isn't it? Go to the kitchen, go to those utensils, take those whatever the coffee, tea powder, जो भी है उसके डिब्बा निकालो. So we are all caught up in that vijnana only. In this, there is Paramatma. By the time we fulfill that karma of coffee, another one has come. Another one has come. By that, the end of the day, tired, exhausted in it. Then the next day we get up. Some of those things we made as compulsory. तो हाफ ऑफ द दिन तो रूटीन में चला, रूटीन डिजायर फुलफिलमेंट, द रिमेनिंग हाफ न्यू थिंग्स कम. Isn't it? This is how karma bhavana, that related vignapti, and doing karma according to that. This is called samsara we are in. तो कर्मणाम भावनाया यम सा ब्रह्म परिपंथिनी हौ कर्म भावनया तुल्यम विज्ञान जायते तादृते विज्ञप्ति यादृशी खलु भावना. Then therefore, what is the solution? क्षये तस्याह. When the karma bhavana का क्षय हो जाता है, then only परम ब्रह्म स्वयं एव प्रकाश. शुद्ध परम ब्रह्म का अनुभव नहीं हो क्यों हो रहा है? बिकॉज वी आर इन दिस कर्म भावना रिलेटेड विज्ञप्ति, एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू विज्ञप्ति डूइंग द कर्म. And before the karma, the kamana and vasana, after the karma is the karma phala and indulgence in it. सेंटर में कर्म होता है, वासना कामना कर्म, फल प्राप्ति फल अनुभूति, and again it becomes vasana. We are not even having an iota of the Aham Brahmasmi vritti while doing this. While doing all of that, I am Upadhi Yukta Jivosmi, and through the Upadhi, these are those pleasures. For that, these vastus are required. For that, this karma has to be done in this way. So, karma bhavana, vijnana, same thing. Also, the vijnana about when the karma phala comes, how to consume it or enjoy it. उसी संबंध का होता है. Like when the good coffee is made, the way of having it, put it in the cup and saucer, ये सारा ज्ञान ही है. Just sip it little by little, dip a biscuit in it, anything. तो ये सारे भी विज्ञप्ति, but related to samsara. In the same way, through the years, through all the ज्ञानेन्द्रियास, जो भी हम भोग में फंस रहे इसी तरह. But the thing is, क्षये है तस्याह परम ब्रह्म स्वयमेव प्रकाश. As it is said in one sentence, but we have to understand in its exhaustiveness. Tasyaha here is karma bhavanayaha kshaye. That central point, the karma, doing and not doing, decides the strengthening of the vasanas and desires or weakening vasanas and desires. So too, the result coming or not coming. So too, indulging in the result or not. Like the same example of the coffee desire came. If we have entertained it, here the desire and vasana becomes stronger. There, the preparation of karma, the action, expertise in it, the result and consumption. But if you just say, oh no need, coffee is not such an important thing, कि इसके बिना मैं जी नहीं सकता हूँ. Isn't it? It's only mere mental habit it is. We only create some concepts, इससे मैं freshness होता है, my day begins with that. They're all बेवकूफ़ी. That's how we become slave to one by one thing by justifying. Just 1 week, let us see. Coffee thought has come because of vasana, but I have not made or had. You will just see that the vasana gets reduced, pressure gets reduced as a desire. Then you are not going into the room or kitchen to make cut coffee and consumption. Chala gaya. This is the meaning of kshayaha tasyaha. इस तरह का any of the things that are there, कर्म भावना, सबका हमें क्षय करना है. So zero vasana, zero desire, therefore there is no need of any karma bhavana. उस स्थिति में हमको पहुंचना है. Sri Ram has reached that. Through the vicharana and all, when he understood the world to be empty, he doesn't want to have anything of the world. In that inquiry, heated inquiry also, all is, vasanas coming onto the mind level, that also got reduced. मन उनका शांत हो गया. कभी कोई आ रहे हैं, that's what he's putting in front of the gurus. The situation of Rama as we saw yesterday, all of our situations same. Not fully indulgent in the world like earlier, and not without the desire still in the mind lurking, and not also fully established in Shastra Jnana. They were not fully entered into the sadhana. हर जगह पे थोड़ा थोड़ा है. I mean, this is how everybody goes through. Each are complementing to other. When we studies deeper, sadhana will be deeper. When sadhana and studies deeper, reduction of the desires. When the reduction of the desire is lesser, involvement in the world also gets reduced. The other way around, stop involving in the world, desires get reduced. When the mind becomes calm, quiet, then the Shastra Jnana becomes stronger. Then the ability to do sadhana also becomes greater. All complementary to each other. Okay. Then Kshaye Tasyaha Param Brahma Swayameva Prakashate. So the Brahma Prakash nahi hone ka karana, this cycle chakra of karma bhavana. So when we make it zero in our life, then you are one with Brahma. But it takes time. One by one, we have to remove and get the habit of removing it. Slowly, slowly gathering more pace. That is why whole day is decided with the programs related to Paramatma, not related to samsara. वो बहुत मदद करता है. नेक्स्ट इज परात्मनोर मनुष्येन्द्र विभागो अज्ञान कल्पितः क्षयेस्तस्यात्मपरयोः अविभागोत एव हि. सो परात्मनोः, para the self, supreme reality. Atma means our own self. Vibhaga, कि I am other than that Paramatma, the difference, हे Manushendra, the great among the Manushas, he may be a king, Ajnana Kalpitaha. I am a Jiva identified with Upadhis, I am not the self. This only the Ajnana Kalpitaha. Ksheyatasya, Ksheyatasya, when this Ajnana is reduced by the Jnanam, replaced by Jnanam, destroyed by the Jnanam, then what will happen? Ksheyatasya Atmaparayoho Avibhagaha Ata Eva Hi. There is no vibhaga between Atma and Paramatma. I am that Paramatma whom I am searching. Okay. Now, कंक्लूजन में इसमें एक श्लोक में ही हमको सिनॉप्सिस के रूप में, कैप्सूल के रूप में बताते हैं. बढ़िया है ये. I'm just going through a little faster here. आत्मा क्षेत्रज्ञ संज्ञो हि संयुक्तः प्राकृतैर्गुणैः तैरेव विगतः शुद्धः परमात्मा निगद्यते. कितना स्वीट वे ऑफ समराइजिंग. टेक द हेल्प ऑफ ऐतरेय उपनिषद. So Atma, we are the self. But now entered this kshetra of the entire Sthula Sukshma Karana Upadhis. And then Atma being the consciousness, when entered the Upadhi, becomes the knower of these Upadhis. That's called as Kshetrajna. But अगर क्षेत्रज्ञ के स्तर पर हो जाते रह जाते हैं, समस्या ही नहीं होता. From the Kshetrajna Sthayi, we come to the level of Kshetra Tadatmya Sthayi. And the entire Kshetra is made of the Prakriti, and the Prakriti has these three gunas, and those three gunas continuously modify the Kshetra. We are identified with it. So here says Atma, Kshetrajna Sangnyo Hi. Then what happened to him later on? Sanyuktaha. He got associated with what? Prakritaihi gunaihi. With the Prakriti gunas. See, use the Yoga Darshanam also. I'm not telling what exactly to use. I'm only telling you, you have to have remembrance. हर एक चीज हम बार बार नहीं बोलते. In the Aitareya Upanishad, the Pratamam Janma, Dvitiyam Janma, when we are seeing Srimanam Vidarya Yataya Dvara Prapatata, having entered through the Srimanam, he found his three places of stay, and in his momentary inadvertence ke karana, he got identified with them. Immediately he reduced himself from the Atma Sthiti through to the Kshetrajna Sthiti, from the Kshetrajna Sthiti to the Jiva Sthiti. अब 9 उपाधियों से रिश्ता नाता बन गया. Like you all leave me and my classes and involve with your friends, relatives, and so much that you forget me only. वही है मतलब क्लास इतने बिजी हो अब स्वामी नामक एक चीज था ये भी याद नहीं रहेगा totally in the world of activities, involvements, indulgences. Okay, boss, we are flown. That falling into the trap of delusion and delusory ideas and plans, activities is so fast. It doesn't give us chance even to notice it. It just happens. And we don't become aware also. अरे यार मैं तो साधक था मैं वहां से इधर साधक से सड़क पे कैसे आ गया we don't even remember. ऐतरेय में वो बताए थे हमको. योग दर्शन में क्या कहा? The Prakriti is for the bhoga apavarga of the jiva. The Prakriti is Trigunatmika. Trigunatmika Prakriti is alone is expressing as Panchakoshas or the three dehas. They are all the kshetra, again in the 13th chapter of Gita. I am a kshetrajna, whether I am outside the Sharira or inside the Sharira. Or Sharira is given to me or not given. Kshetrajna हूँ मैं. Basically मैं आत्मा हूँ. अब आत्मा का शक्ति माया माया का त्रिगुण त्रिगुण से क्षेत्र बना और आई एम मेड टू बिकम क्षेत्रज्ञ डू यू थिंक आई स्टॉप देयर नेक्स्ट वन प्राकृत ही गुण ही संयुक्त ही गेट्स बाउंड एज जीव देन व्हाट इज साधना तैहि एव विगतः when he gets totally freed from the Prakriti gunas, Prakriti means their Panchakoshas are three dehas. Their guna means their asti jayate, vardate, viparanamate, avakshiyate, these modifications and the gunas of each one of them, the functionings of them. The कारण देह के वासनाएं, द बुद्धि का विचारणा, द मन का संकल्प विकल्प, इंद्रियों का परसेप्शन, प्राण शक्ति का कर्म. These are all happening in Upadhi. You remain as Kshetrajna. Why are we identifying with them? So Atma Kshetrajna Sagno hi Prakritair Gunai Sanyukta. So Atma became Kshetrajna. Kshetrajna became Jiva by getting identified with the Prakriti Gunas. Taihi eva vigataha. When this Atma gets freed from the identification with these Prakriti Gunas, Tayyeva Vigata, Shuddha Paramatma Nigadyate. He is called as Shuddha Paramatma, means he experiences himself to be the Shuddha Paramatma. एग्जाम्पल से आपको सब पता होना चाहिए हमेशा. Non-existing snake I projected. Seeing that non-existing snake, I only got fear. By identifying with that snake, that it is there. Giving reality to the snake. मैंने जो नहीं रहने वाले उपाधियों को प्रोजेक्ट किया और उनके मॉडिफिकेशन से तादाद में होकर मैं खुद ही संसारी बन गया. तो मुझे रस्सी रस्सी के रूप में जानना है. For the time being, keep away the fear of the snake and go and inquire into it. So too, for the time being, keep away the raga dvesha to the kshetra, the upadhis, the outer kshetra of the vastus. Then inquire about the truth. When you discover the truth, then nothing other than it for us to have fear. There's nothing other than rope to be frightened about. No snake at all. So too, there is nothing other than Shuddha Atma, like the Kshetra, that I have to become Kshetrajna and I have to become Samsari by identifying with it. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. ये पता होगा. With this particular Vishnu Dharma Purana references, quotations are concluded. Now Bhagavan takes up the Vishnu Purana quotes. Tatha cha Vishnu Purane. Same is the way in Vishnu Purana also the guidance is given. Here the sadhaka is addressing Paramatma only directly. Maybe is addressing the Lord. पुराण है ना तो कोई विष्णु या कोई देवता होंगे आगे और mind maybe imagining the proof of the Vishnu and he's addressing to him. Beautiful shlokas, all of them, as the earlier ones. Just let us see one or two. परमात्मा परमात्मा त्वमेवैकः नान्योऽस्ति जगतः पते तवैष महिमा येन व्याप्तमेतच्चराचरम्. देखो, परम आत्मा, परम आत्मा. The word itself should that level of understanding. You know, everything in the world we consider as Atma. But at one or the other level, it is discovered to be Anatma. There is something which is an Atma, which can never become Anatma by any reason. That's called as Parama Atma. Hmm? Like Upadhi level में देखो, I consider Sharir as Atma. That's how I say I am 40 years, 80 years, 200 years old. I am heavy or I am diseased or I am becoming old or I will die. All these words are Tadatma with the Sharir. Atma has some Sharir. But when we use little logic of the intellect and say, is the Sharira an object of knowledge for you or not? Yeah, once you see it's an object of I can see the body. जितना दे सकता हूँ, अपना चेहरा और पीठ नहीं दे सकते, देख सकते हैं, बिकॉज ऑफ द प्लेसमेंट ऑफ द आई. लेकिन जितना तो देख सकते हो ना. सो इन द माइंड थ्रू द आई, like any tree or buffalo, there is a thought of the body also. So the body has become object of knowledge, which is object, cannot be the subject, no? So the Sharira is understood to be Anatma. Therefore, Sharira at ignorance level was taken as an Atma, as Atman, but when the inquiry is done, it is understood to be Anatma. Therefore, it is not Paramatma. So to the Prana, Mana and all. Finally, the inside, the conscious self, is Atma. There is nothing beyond it to which it becomes Atma, Anatma. Therefore, it is called as Paramatma. So to outside also, the whole world of names and form. None of them are just by them, they are existing. There is something in the core of every one of them which remains as it is, and the superimposed go on changing. The changing superimposed are name and form. That which is supporting is the Parama Atma of them. In this way, see, if you can use our already heard knowledge, how much meaning we can see in these shlokas. Paramatma, Tvam Ekaha, Tvameva, and Tvameva Ekaha. You alone and you alone are one without second. And na anyaha asti, and there is nothing other than you. Jagatah Pate, oh the Lord of this Jagat. So in these two lines only, Paramatma Tvameva Ekaha na anya asti Jagatah Pate. For contemplation and understanding, how much of data is there? देखो, जैसे परमात्मा का हमने कहा, त्वम means this sadhaka either for poetic expression is doing or still has not experientially found his oneness with Paramatma. Therefore, he is understanding him is objectively. Objectively. So tvam. Then tvameva, you alone. And tvameva ekaha. You alone, you are alone, one. So you are alone, you are one without second. More substantiate करते हुए ना अन्य अस्ति. There is nothing other than ए जगतः पते. को जगतपति भगवान. Then see the beauty next one. Tavaiva mahima. It is your mahima. Here mahima is Maya Shakti. Yena, with which you vyaptam etat characharam. It is Maya of your own Shakti mahima with which the entire charachara jagat is prakata on you only. Here the charachara vyapti means the expression of the charachara jagat for perception. It is Bhagavan's Maya Shakti that he himself is appearing as charachara jagat. अखंड मंडलाकारम व्याप्तम येन चर अचरम, यह है इसका अर्थ। सो परमात्मा त्वमेव एकः नान्यः अस्ति जगतपते तव एव महिमा येन व्याप्तमेतत् चराचरम। Okay. Now the next slokas have a perfect, beautiful, as if final touches to our understanding. इतना महान। एक श्लोक में बताता हूँ, सुनिए कि यदेतद् दृश्यते मूर्तम एतद् ज्ञानात्मनः तव भ्रांति ज्ञानेन पश्यन्ति जगद्रूपम अयोगिनः। सो यदेतद् दृश्यते मूर्त, all that which is seen, the मूर्तिमान जगत in the form of Rupa Nama, Jnanatmanah Tava. It is you only whose nature is Shuddha Jnana, means consciousness. The entire world is nothing but pure consciousness. But Ayogina, those who have not got deep understanding and meditation, कल इसका हम ज्यादा बोलेंगे. For such people, Bhranti Jnanena, because of the not having the correct knowledge, so they have the Bhranti Jnana. With Bhranti Jnana, you, the conscious self, they are seeing or taking it as Pashyanti Jagad Rupam. That is whole Jagat के रूप में ये लोग भ्रांति ज्ञानी वाले देख रहे हैं. But there is nothing called as Characharam here. Everything is pure consciousness, which is divine. That is the meaning of there's no thing in the world where the conscious Paramatma is not permeating. There's a beautiful devotional song in Telugu. అణు అణువు నీ ఆలయమేరా నీవేలే నీ చోటు లేదురా. కణ కణ is your abode only to stay. There's nothing where you are not there. And who are you? Jnana Swarup. Therefore, at one way, which I'll explain more tomorrow, what is the whole world? Nothing but materializing the spirit. And what is the entire spiritual sadhana? Spiritualizing the matter. That's all. There's nothing called as matter. Everything is a pure conscious self. Like I see my hand, I touch it. There's a hardness or coolness or ये सारे भ्रांति माया है. What is there is nothing but pure consciousness. You know, you hold on to a book. You know, it is so tangible, substantial experience. That book है, मैंने एक हाथ में पकड़ा, दूसरे हाथ से इसे कर रहा हूँ. But all of this is Bhranti Jnana only. At the highest level of Yoga Sthiti, Jnana Yoga Sthiti, this everything is the Parama Atma Jnana Swarupa only. Not knowing that, out of Bhranti, the grossification has happened up to the level that the book as a gross thing is real and the pure consciousness in it is not at all seen. बहुत गंभीर टॉपिक है. Very, very subtle. Like this only will be the entire this Vishnu Purana quotations. Very enthralling, very consuming. Making our intellects to be consumed. If you are interested to study, let us continue tomorrow. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you.